started, making mom so proud. But your voice was too loud. We like to watch you laughing. Pick the insects off plants. No time to think of consequences. Control yourself. Take only what you need from him. A family of trees wanted to be haunted. Control yourself. Take only what you need from me.
Hello and welcome to another jam-packed episode of Perth City Talks. You're joining us in the thick of things for the Perth Fringe Festival. Tonight we're in for a toe-tapping time at the bakery for a fringe full of folk and country. Stay tuned, we'll be catching up with Justin Walsh, Simone and Garfunkel, The Seals and Stony Rose throughout the show.
The station owner scans a strange new land and chooses well. He fences in the water holes and more than he can tell. Next morning when he wakes, waiting at the door, 10 painted blacks pointing to the north. Storms coming down the way. Storms coming, darker every day.
Well, you actually had a new song out there tonight. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
There was one called The Storm, which is about kind of the new frontier, I suppose, as it popped up in the middle of the country. Basically, after all the explorers kind of tore through it and opened it up, all of the sort of new pioneers and settlers, farmers, I guess, sort of rushed in and put their fences up, and then all the Aborigines who lived out there, they kind of were suddenly isolated from their land, and so, you know, they kind of started spearing some cattle. The farmers didn't like that, so they just shot them basically, and that kind of went on in a really bad way in around Alice Springs, but all over the place really.
Storms coming, darker every day.
We're working on a new album, a whole concept album actually about Burke and Wills. So all of these, we're getting any chance we get to sort of play our new songs.
Before they were explorers, Burke was a policeman and he was a lover, and he was in love with this girl called Julia. She was an actress on the stage. She was 16, he was 37. It was a match made in heaven. On the very last night before he left on his expedition, he went backstage after a show and he got down on his knee and he proposed to her. And he said, obviously he said, "Will you marry me?" But he also said, "If you say yes, I'll stay. I won't go away." And she said, "I'll tell you when you get back."
Well, you are a bit of a storyteller on stage. Where does that come from?
From my deep desire to tell stories.
Will you marry me, my darling Julia? Know that I'm no stage door Johnny, and I don't listen to your mom.
Do you prefer these types of intimate live shows?
I like them for a change. Sometimes you get tired of sort of getting heckled or ignored. So yeah, it was nice it's always good to have an attentive audience.
My darling Julia.
I hear you guys are about to release an EP. Are you excited?
Yeah. I think it's
excited.
actually going to be an album now. Yeah, we've got a crazy idea.
Tell us about the album then.
What can we say? There is, a lot of harmonies, and there will be quite a few new songs that we will be working on for the next 6 months or so.
Did you ever stop to think? Did you ever pause to see a slowly? Those who never stop to think, those whose chance
Also, I did notice that there are 8 of you on stage. Do you ever find in these intimate gigs that it's tricky to get everyone on stage? Yeah, that's the fun of it.
Yeah.
It's all very
Close.
close.
Nice and cozy.
The merrier.
My little buttercup has the sweetest smile. My little buttercup, won't you stay a while?
So do you guys catch bands like this very often?
Not as often as we'd like to, I think. But yeah, when we get the chance, we are out there on the dance floor, whether it's cabaret style seating or not, we're out there.
Hazy, hazy, hazy breeze.
Are fringe crowds different? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Because it's more of a specific country, folk.
Yeah,
sort of
so people are
audience.
coming to see folk, so obviously they like the genre already, whereas when you're on a lineup with different types of bands, you could have anyone in the crowd.
There's the potential it could happen again. The devil's not heard, he's not seen. He's applied wherever he's been. You look to and fro, but you never know if or when he's just round the bend.
So we're here with Rolly and Carl from Stony Joe. Now, I hear you're the man behind tonight's festivities. What made you decide to throw such an event?
I was just wanted to do something, put a show on for the Fringe Festival. I think the Fringe Festival's a great idea, and yeah, I thought we'll put a country night on, and maybe it's something no one else is doing, and we'll see if we can get some people down, and yeah, it worked all right, I think, in the end.
It certainly did. I mean, how did you decide who would come tonight?
Friends, and I heard down the grapevine about this other great band, the Seals, who I hadn't seen before, and yeah, they seemed like a good band to headline. They're a bit more up tempo probably than us, but yeah, all action kind of bluegrass, just finger picking fury.
I'm going down to Frio. It's been way too long. Gonna dangle my feet in the river and drum that high street song.
What's been your favourite gig of the night?
I'm thinking that the early sort of folky stuff was a little bit fun, but you got to love a little bit of funk country, haven't you? It's good.
Sit around, and I would ride all through the night.
What's the secret to bringing the house down, or up, as you say, like that?
I don't know, like we just had the peanuts, we bought a few cap guns, 6-shooters to try and get the crowd, you know, firing shots in the air, and yeah, they just seemed to like it, so good on them.
Going down to Frio. I'm gonna bail my debts and run. Disappear down a rabbit hole, but I'll be all
Now, a
right.
common theme of tonight has been both eating lots of peanuts and throwing the shells on the ground. What is the deal with the peanuts?
Carl.
Well, it was your idea, Rolly, but it is a bit of a, you know, it's a bit of that, I suppose it is the country thing to stomp around on the floor, and you want something to stomp on, don't you? So what better than a peanut, and to whet your appetite at the same time.
Yeah, it feels all right, you know. It sounds simple, but it actually does feel good.
Ringing bell, ringing bell. Ringing bell, ringing bell. Ringing bell, ringing bell. Ringing bell, ringing bell. Always comes ringing in the dead of the night. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Now, you guys have got an album launch next month, I believe. Are you excited?
Yeah, very. Early next month. We got the CDs arrived yesterday, so it was all like opening the cardboard box. Yeah, they look all right. We didn't stuff it up.
Did you get a chance to road test a few songs tonight?
Oh, yeah, we're always road testing songs, I think. Yeah, we don't know what we're going to be playing until last minute, really. Yeah.
And how was the general crowd reception to those new songs you'll be launching?
Good, actually. We've been road testing a few more upbeat songs, so yeah, great response tonight, so I call that a success. So if we get half of this vibe at the CD launch, we'll be stoked.
Lady, take my hand. I wanna be with you again. Your eyes are blue like an wanna be with you tonight. And I say, oh, winds in my hair.
So what kind of qualities does a band need to be part of the Fringe?
Diversity is the big one. From everything I've figured out, it's all about being diverse. And the Seals have that in that we're playing bluegrass, old-timey, folky music. And we're not particularly old people, which puts us in our own little niche, I think.
There is Tom.
Our banjo is a bit old.
Let's go hang out with Charlie tonight. He'll take you for a spin and then he'll let you down. And let's go hang out with Charlie tonight.
So how good is it to have something like the Fringe Festival here in Perth?
Fantastic. I mean, I've seen all sorts of people come out, all kinds of colours, all sorts of crazies. It just makes me wonder where the hell they've all been hiding the rest of the year.
Moved here from Canberra like 3 weeks ago, and the whole time it's been like every night there's something to go to. It's amazing.
Let's go hang out with Charlie tonight. Let's go hang out with Charlie tonight.
How would you describe yourselves if you had to put yourselves in some kind of box?
Genre spanners.
There is a genre spanner. I'd see ourselves as neo bluegrass.
So there are 4 bands on the menu tonight. Have you thought about getting up on stage and doing some collaborations?
Oh, we probably should have, shouldn't we?
Yeah, well, we don't think that far ahead in the Seals.
How much a gram, honey? I sell my shoes to get high. Hey! Well, I got no shoes and I got no pay, but I'm gonna get high anyway.
We're a bit sick of bogan rock and roll. Fringe takes it to a new edge where it's a bit interesting, nice people seeing stuff that's a bit unusual.
Oh, honey, I'm gonna line up that white tree.
Well, it's been a sensational evening of eclectic folk music, vintage couches, candles and peanut shells to mark 3 weeks of Fringe festivities. Don't move a muscle, Sarah Miller will be back after this quick ad break with Mardi Gras Teas by Sugar Blue Burlesque.